So we've got ourselves a teen comedy that shows what it's like to be a metalhead at high school. So Metal Lords is a new teen comedy that just got released on Netflix. It got its global release yesterday, so everybody has gotten to see it at the same time. It stars Jaden Martell, who plays Bill in part 1 of It that came out a few years ago, Stephen King's It. There's a few cameos throughout this film which are wild, like absolutely wild cameos that just had me fucking cracking up. They were really, really good, really well done. And a few other people, relative unknowns, I guess you would say, for the other main characters. But our story follows Kevin and Hunter, who are a couple of best friends. They love metal. Well, Hunter loves metal more than Kevin, and he kind of ropes Kevin in, influences him with new bands and new music and things like this. So Kevin plays drums in a marching band. Hunter gets him to become his drummer in his metal band. You know, Skullfucker is the name of their band. And our third character is Emily. She becomes a love interest for Kevin and a point of conflict for Hunter. The plot of the film is that there is a battle of the bands that's going to be happening at their high school, and Hunter and Kevin want to become this super famous metal band because fucking metal is number one and fuck everything else. Fuck pop music, fuck all that shit. We are elitist metalheads. And so much of this movie is really cringe-inducing if you were one of those kids in high school. I can see a lot of myself in both Kevin and Hunter in the way that they act around other people and the way that their mind worked in regards to music and taste and, you know, the people who surround them in high school. So obviously you grow up and you get out of those stages, but it's kind of difficult to watch in real time that sort of thing unfolding in front of your eyes. And I would say that's really well done. If I'm cringing because I'm like, I connect with these characters, then I think it's been done really, really well. Emily, on the other hand, is an international student who is an outcast purely because she doesn't fit in. She does have her own demons. It's touched on a little bit. She does have a bit of an anger issue, played off as mental health rather than just her being really angry all the time. There is a mention of her being on some medication and how it helps her, and that when she's not on it, she actually is more prone to these outbursts. And so away we go. So we have a high school teen comedy of this metal band trying to win the battle of the bands in 2022, where everybody loves like dream pop and fucking indie rock and all that shit. They are the massive, massive underdogs. And this film surprisingly was written really well. And I say surprisingly because it was written by D.B. Weiss, who, if you know this man, he wrote Game of Thrones, and he was also responsible for the last 2 seasons of Game of Thrones. If you think that Game of Thrones season 7 and 8 were fucking terrible, it's because of this man and his friend. So I was a little bit apprehensive. I was like, I'm not going to trust this film at all. But I will say it was really, really good. Really well written. The characters were all well rounded. They all had their own plots. They all had an arc. They all grew over time. The movie's only like an hour and a half. They got a lot of character development throughout this film. And that's really good. A lot of the conversations are quite believable. Yes, there is a bunch of cliches. Yes, that is the kind of thing that happens. But we're dealing with teenagers. Teenagers are fucking walking cliches. They are walking contradictions. That's just how life is. So it makes sense to write them that way. The music in this film, amazing. Whoever chose the soundtrack for this film, there are so many great songs from the 80s and the 90s, even the 70s, that are just like classic metal songs. Any person who used to be a metalhead, or still is just gonna fucking love this film purely for the soundtrack. You don't even have to love the characters or the situations they find themselves in, because you're just gonna be like, fuck, I love this song. Fuck, I haven't listened to this song in so long. Jesus, this is such a good song. I found myself for the whole hour and a half just being like, fuck, I have not listened to Whiplash by Metallica in like 15 years, and now that's all I'm going to listen to for the next 3 weeks on repeat. Yeah, I felt everyone did a really good job. The actors were all really good. There's a few cameos in here which are, they feel like they might be out of place, but you don't care because they are just so wild. And Joe Manganiello is in this film, and he plays a character that every word that came out of this guy's mouth had me laughing and chuckling, because it's so far removed from the kinds of characters that he normally plays that you can just see that he had a lot of fun playing this character. And when he comes on screen, you'll be like, yes, that is such a fucking great character, and amazing for Joe Manganiello to be playing that. Awesome choice. Awesome casting choice. Overall, yeah, this movie was really, really good. I had an absolute blast. I thought everyone did a really good job. It's pretty concise. Like, it's not long. It's only an hour and a half. That's why I'm going to give Metal Lords a 9 out of 10. So tell me guys, has anyone watched Metal Lords? Comment down below, let me know what you thought about it. Yeah, this one was really, really good. A bit of a sleeper hit to me. I was not expecting it to be as good as it was, especially like I said, because DB Weiss is the guy who's fucking written it. So yeah guys, that was the review. Hope you really enjoyed it. As always, click through to another video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.